Hi everyone. Sorry, I had to make sure the video was actually recording because I've started this video like 4 times and it wasn't recording. Problems of somebody who's new? Guess so. Okay, so today for my Throwback Thursday tag, and the reason I'm doing them Throwback Thursday style is because I am new to BookTube. These are tags that I found interesting and I would like to do, but I know no one in BookTube. I watch people on BookTube, but I'm not going to be tagged by anyone unless it's way down the line. So these are just tags that I've chosen to do, on a Thursday, so you can kind of get to know my reading taste. So today we're going to delve into the unpopular opinion book tag, and for the first couple questions I don't have any books to show you. I guess that's kind of indicative of the unpopular opinion book tag. So we're just going to jump right in, and hopefully this will all work. So the first question is, and my list is all over there, so I'm reading it as I go. Attention is going to be scattered a little bit. So, a popular book or series that you didn't like. I have 3 answers for this. The first one is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I actually read the first 3 or 4 books, and I didn't mind them. I thought, this isn't my usual genre, but, you know, I know so many people who like them. I tried. There are just some issues I had with the series about the world being too small, so I stopped. Keys to the Kingdom by Garth Nix. I read Mr. Monday, I think I finished it. I might have finished it. I don't remember. It's been long enough ago since I read it that I didn't like it. And then Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. I got 70% of the way into the book and said, I'm not enjoying this, why am I reading it? So I stopped. Okay, question 2 is a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. Now, I have not actually read the book that I'm about to name, but I have seen the movie and I love the movie and I think I would like the story. I like the story enough to eventually read the book, if that makes sense. And that's The Host by Stephenie Meyers, which is a little odd for me because I do not like Twilight. I've read all 4 books, I've seen all 5 movies, and I was not a fan of Stephenie Meyers' writing style, but I did read the Twilight series, and while I was reading it, I did enjoy it, which is why I continued to read it, even though book 2 and book 4 frustrated me to no end. But anyway, so for 2, I'm going to have to go with The Host by Stephenie Meyer, even though I haven't actually read it. I just can't think of any other book that everyone else seems to hate, but I love. But I love the movie, and everyone hated that movie, so I'm thinking that I might actually like the book. Okay, 3. A love triangle where the main character ended up with a person you did not want them to end up with. And y'all are gonna really hate me, but my first choice for this is Harry Potter. I have no problems with Ginny Weasley, except for the fact I did not want her to end up with Harry. I did not want Harry to end up with her. I wanted Harry to end up with Luna Lovegood or someone else. But I didn't want him to end up with Hermione either, so I guess that makes it a little tricky. Yeah, I really wanted him to end up with Luna, and that just didn't happen. Now, again, I have no problems with the Harry-Ginny pairing, I just think that there were better options. So, a popular book genre that I hardly reach for, okay, that would be romance, paranormal romance, and horror, and you're going to find that funny as you watch my channel, especially if you saw the big book tag from last week. I read more horror graphic novels than I do novels. There's very little in a novel in a horror genre that will let me pick it up. And romance isn't my thing. Young adult romance is fine, but there's got to be more to it. Adult romance, the Fabio covers, whatever. It's not my thing. I understand a lot of people like romance. That's what Outlander by Diana Gabaldon was. But the reason I read that and the reason I liked it was because it was also historical. Okay, moving right along. Popular or beloved character that I do not like, and I have a feeling everyone on BookTube, including my, two of the BookTubers that I watch the most, Katie Tastic and Poland Banana Books, are really going to hate this choice, but they may never see this video, so I'm just going to say it. Jace. I don't like Jace. I think Jace is he's too emo for me. He's too emo, he's too angsty. It's fine. He and Clary, it's fine. I've read all the books. I've read all 6. They get their happy ending, and I was rooting for them. But I just don't like Jace. I just don't. So, moving right along to question number 6, which will hopefully get me much less hate than my last 2 questions. A popular author that you can't seem to get into, and for this I have 2 answers. I have a young adult author, L.J. Smith. I've read this book, mostly, and then I have read the Night World series, except for like the last 2 stories, because I was done with it. So yeah, she's my young adult author pick, and then for my adult fiction pick, it's Anne Rice. Now, that being said, I have this book because I love this book. I love this book. I can reread this book to the end of time, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't get into the sequels, The Vampire Lestat, Queen of the Damned. It just fizzled out, and I don't know why, but that's what happens. So those are my 2 authors for the ones I just can't get into. This lighting is terrible. I'll fix it some other time. So, question number 7 is a popular book trope that you are tired of seeing, and then they give examples. So, I'm just going to talk about 2. I'm going to turn, because I think insta-love has been said enough that while I hate it, while it's not real, it's not on my list. The OTP in the book, the author OTP, introduced by hating each other. It's just like your character, your narrator talks about how much Jason sucks and how much Jason is awful and how much she hates Jason, and you know by the end of the book they're gonna be together because it's how that works, so I'm tired of it. The other one, which is going to lead directly into question number 8, is fairy tales retold. I'm tired of it. I think if it's been made into a Disney animated film, that it no longer needs to be rewritten unless you can really add to the story. And I'm sorry, but I just don't think a lot of authors have a lot to add there. So, question 8 is a popular series that you have no interest in reading, and this relates directly to the fairy tales retold, is the Lunar Chronicles. I am not interested in reading the Lunar Chronicles. I understand Cinderella is like a cyborg. Not interested. The other series, it's a standalone book, is Isla and the Happily Ever After. I'm not interested in that series. I think it's Isla and the Happily Ever After, Anna and the French Kiss, and Someone and the Boy Next Door. They're pure young adult romance, and as far as I can tell, there's nothing else going on in those books. So I'm not interested. I mean, I think there may be some, like, one American girl moves to France. I really know nothing about those books. I'm sorry. So, question 9. The saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation, I'm not editing, do you prefer more than the book? And I am going to cheat a little bit because my first answer is The Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith. I may have been ruined because I started watching The Vampire Diaries before I started reading the book. This is actually my sister's book. This is the copy that I have available to me. I think The Vampire Diaries is better than this book. I don't know if the series gets better because I have no interest in finishing the book series. That being said, I am very sad Nina Dobrev is gone. My other answer is going to be the cheat answer because it is not actually a book, it is a play, and that would be MASH. MASH is one of my all-time favorite TV shows, especially in the later seasons, and I think this is a much better TV show than it was a play, particularly because the movie MASH took the entire play and did it all, so the TV show had to start fresh, with the same characters but with different situations, different everything going on. So this is one of my favorite TV shows. I have the whole collection, but I managed to buy the first and second season before I got the entire collection, so I'm not going to hold up the entire huge box of DVDs. I'm just going to hold up this one. So yeah, that is it for my unpopular opinion book tag. Now, that being said, if you liked any of the books I didn't like, or if you hate some of the books I like, that's fine. I get it. Everyone's opinions are different. And I just want you to know, read what you like, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm here to have fun, I'm here to like tell you my thoughts, and I will be doing some reviews soon, hopefully. I've got an entire stack of books here that need to be reviewed, and they're all books that I've read in August. And I don't, yeah, it's a lot of books, so you can just kind of see. There are a lot of graphic novels down here, then there are a lot of novels. Haven't actually read anything on the Kindle this much, which is different. So anyway, I will be doing my August wrap-up and some book reviews, and those will be out hopefully before the next Throwback Thursday tag. Alright everyone, I will talk to you later. Bye.